Hi, friends. Welcome back to Flavors and Knowledge, the podcast where we explore food, culture, and the people behind the flavors we love. I'm your host, Chef Walter. Today, we're slicing into a topic close to my heart, the family butcher shop. Now, living in a small state like Rhode Island has its perks: the ocean nearby, the lush greenery, fantastic restaurants, and, most importantly, family-run butcher shops that still takes pride in their crafts. But just like we endure frigid winters, endless road repairs, and unpredictable seasons, these small businesses endure challenges of their own and have been happening since past 30 or 40 years. Supermarkets, online shopping, and the fast pace of modern life have certainly made it harder for them to thrive. However, there is a new generational appreciation for quality and craftsmanship, giving these shops a well-deserved revival. When I ran restaurants years ago, I worked with large suppliers to meet my demands, but now, running cooking schools, I prefer to source my protein from small family shops, just like the one I'm talking about today. It's called Joe's Meat Market in the city of Providence. Until the 1980s, Federal Hill, which is the Little Italy of our state, alone had about 8 family-run butcher shops. And back then, shopping for meat wasn't a weekly chore. It was a daily ritual. People knew the butchers, trusted their expertise, and relied on them for more than just meat. They got advice, recipes, and even a little gossip. A good butcher shop is more than a business. It's a part of a neighborhood's identity. These are skilled artisans who care about what they sell, sourcing their meat from local farms that raise animals with care. No factory farmed, hormones injected, shrink-wrapped mystery meat here. Just fresh, flavorful cuts, handled with precision and respect. You probably will ask, but why choose a local butcher? Well, stepping into a butcher shop is an experience. A warm greeting, the aroma of smoked meats, and the sight of beautifully marbled steaks which are waiting for their turn on the grill. And unlike supermarkets where meat is pre-cut, pre-packaged, and pre-decided for you, a butcher shop offers customization. You need a special cut? They'll make it happen. Looking for organ meat or something off the beaten path? They probably will have it. And let's not forget the education. You don't just grab a steak. You learn which cut is best for your slow braise, which has the perfect fat content for your grinding, and how to bring out the best in every single piece you purchase. Of course, not everyone has a butcher shop nearby. Most Americans live closer to a big box grocery store than to a family-run meat market. Supermarkets offer convenience, quick, cheap, and always open. But let's be real. What you gain in convenience, you lose in quality. Sure, you might save a couple of bucks at the checkout, but what about the flavor, the texture, the peace of mind that comes from knowing where your food comes from? I say this, find a butcher you trust. Yes, it may take an extra trip, but that relationship is worth more than you ever think. And speaking of convenience, the way we buy meat is evolving. Online sales of meat have jumped from 39% in 2019 to 61% in 2023. More people are opting for direct-to-consumer meat deliveries, with the market growing from 9% in 22 to 25% in 23. Ordering a ribeye on your phone is no longer a novelty. It's the new norm. But let me just share with you a few other trends that I've noticed. Customers don't just want a grass-fed sticker. They want to know where the steak comes from and how it was raised. Specialty cuts like oxtail, lamb ribs, and offal are making a comeback. More consumers, about 34%, consider sustainability when buying meats. Some butcher shops now offer high-quality plant-based alternatives, tapping into a 16.78 billion market. And the last one, which is truly astonishing, meat subscription boxes are booming, expected to grow from 1.7 billion in 24 to 7.1 billion by 2034. And so even traditional butcher shops are adapting. Some are integrating technology, offering online orders, or even using social media to engage customers. A shop that once operated with just a butcher's block and a cleaver is now a digital marketplace. And so, my friends, when you step into a family butcher shop, you're not just buying meat, you're investing in tradition, craftsmanship, and your local economy. You're supporting sustainable agriculture, ethical practices, and a level of quality that no supermarket can match. If you are in Rhode Island, visit Joe Souza at Joe's Meat Market. He's at 1339 Westminster Street in Providence. You will get great cuts, great service, and most importantly, a sense of community. You can surely mention that you have heard his name on Flavors and Knowledge, endorsed in full by Chef Walter. And that is all today's episode of Flavors and Knowledge and local meat markets. If you enjoyed this conversation, I hope you can share it with a friend and subscribe for more food talk that blends tradition with the future. Until next time, always keep your eyes on the fire, your knife sharp, and your flavors bold. We'll check back with you on the next round. Ciao, ciao.
Experience the richness of Italy with Chef Walter's sustainable culinary tours, where food, wine, history, and culture come together in an unforgettable journey. Designed by the chef himself, these exclusive tours take travelers beyond the typical tourist path, offering authentic experiences in Italy's most celebrated regions. Savor locally sourced cuisine, taste world-class wines straight from the vineyards, and explore historic sites that tell the story of Italy's culinary heritage. With a focus on sustainability, Chef Walter has hand-picked partners who prioritize tradition, quality, and environmental responsibility. Join a tour that's more than just a trip. It's a deep dive into Italy's soul. Reserve your spot today and indulge in an extraordinary culinary adventure.